Welcome to episode 73 of Privacy Mentor Podcast. Welcome to the Privacy Mentor Podcast, your partner in the fight against identity theft, fraud, and cyber threats. I'm your host, Carrie. What is the greatest benefit of technology? Well, productivity and convenience. Today you have access to nearly everything you could imagine through your smartphone. You can even control an entire house from a smartphone. And businesses use technology to increase productivity. What used to take people 5 steps now takes only 2. But sometimes privacy is more important than productivity. For example, cybersecurity. Having long passwords is safer, but it takes more time. Using two-factor authentication, that's when you log in with the username and password and then they either text or email you a code, well, that takes longer. It's an extra step, but it's safer than not using it. And remember, if something's easy for you, it's also going to be easy for the criminals. We're also discovering that convenience through all this technology, or the productivity as well, it's coming at a price. Here are a few examples. Social media companies, they're not really social media companies. They are actually ad companies. Think about it. They offer you social media aspect for free in exchange to collect your data. Who you know, what you like, where you go. This information is put into a database and then sold. And that information is often the answer to security questions, something you need to gain access to an online account. Another example, web browsers and search engines. They offer their service for free in exchange for collecting your browsing or search history. This information is crucial for targeted ads. Companies are willing to pay a premium price to get their product in front of people that are already looking for that specific type of product. Another example, smart home devices. Sure, it's easy to turn on your lights with an app, but is it really necessary? And the companies that are offering this technology are tracking when you're home, how long you're home, and more. Smart thermostats, well, they know when you're home by the temperature change. And smart TVs, know your viewing preference based on your activity. All this information is collected and sold. When it comes to privacy in the digital age, think of a scale with privacy on one side and convenience on the other. The more you have of one, the less you have of the other. Instead of focusing on the convenience factor, consider how that convenience or productivity could impact your privacy. You don't have to give up convenience. Just look for alternatives that are better for your privacy. For example, web browsers and search engines. Instead of using web browsers like Chrome, switch to Firefox or Brave. These companies respect your privacy. For a search engine, instead of Google, consider DuckDuckGo or StartPage. Again, these companies put your privacy over their profits. Switching from a privacy mindset doesn't have to be difficult. Simply ask yourself, what could I be giving up in exchange for this convenience? The answer is often privacy. Most of the time, the answer is not black and white. You need to approach it as a risk versus reward. How much privacy are you willing to sacrifice for that convenience or productivity? Also, ask if the convenience is a want or a need. Let's look at smart homes again. Do you need to start your dishwasher from an app? Or could you just start it after you load it? Light switches? Could you flip the switch on the wall? Or is it easier and safer to do it with an app? Now, I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I'm here to remind you of the risks so that you can weigh them against the reward before making any decisions involving technology. Switching to a privacy mindset means you prefer privacy over convenience. You know that being private takes a bit of effort, but the effort is worth it to protect your assets from identity theft, fraud, and cyber threats. Which mindset are you, privacy or convenience? Take our online quiz to find out. Go to privacy-mentor.com and look for the quiz. That's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you'll tune in for another episode. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Privacy Mentor. Don't forget to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere else you listen to your favorite podcast shows. If you love the show, please share with your friends, and don't forget, give us a 5-star review.